Consider Abraham Lincoln, John Brown, Frederick Douglass, leaders in America's long and bloody journey to emancipation. Consider this: it was Douglass who believed another man deserved the same respect and reverence as Lincoln and the like. The man's name is Captain Jonathan Walker, better known as the man with the branded hand, and he's buried here in a Muskegon cemetery.
Chisel the fingers, make them round.
History.
I had to give it the relief of the hand where it's cupped there.
Hewed into granite.
All the stuff that went in between the fingers, I had to chisel it.
Held in a hand.
Every stone that I do is historic value to me because you're going to read all my stones forever, unlike other stones I showed you about.
At Muskegon's Evergreen Cemetery, a weather-worn monument tells the story of abolitionist Captain Jonathan Walker.
A lot of people believe in a lot of good things, but it takes that extra step of courage to do something about it.
Born in Massachusetts, spending his years between the shipyard and the sea, Captain Walker helped escaped slaves settle along the Mexican coast.
You had to expect that at some point you might be caught, and then there were going to be pretty big consequences.
In 1844, he attempted to sail 7 from Florida to freedom in the Bahamas. A $1,700 bounty on his head made rough seas rougher still. Walker fell ill, and he and his crew were overtaken on open waters. He was arrested and charged.
Put your head through and your arms through, and you're kind of like out there.
As part of his punishment, Walker was held in a public pillory, pelted with rotten eggs, and cursed at by a Florida mob.
Look at what we did to him. You don't want that to happen to you, so don't do it.
Then, the 2 letters that would become a symbol of his legacy and the seeds of freedom he sought to sow. SS, short for slave stealer, branded on his right hand.
Definitely a symbol of kind of the barbarity of slave owners and the institution and the punishments that were doled out for people who went against it.
The abolitionist spent a year in solitary. Prison only seemed to fuel his fire.
If they're going to willing to do this to me, what are they doing to the men who are enslaved and the women and the children who are enslaved?
Touring the country upon his release on an anti-slavery campaign, the branded hand of Walker, as one journalist at the time wrote, was worth more to the Union than a whole Army corps.
These letters, they're V-cut letters, okay?
Shortly after, Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation.
When I sandblasted that part up there.
Walker retired to Muskegon County. His work was done.
That's a story right there,
He died in 1878 and was buried here.
I'm good at copying, put it that way.
Stone carver Brooks Wheeler could be considered the keeper of Walker's monument.
Right there, broke right in half.
In the 90s, Wheeler pinned and glued the tall top section back together after it was tipped off its foundation, vandalized.
I'm doing my stones as if I'm doing it for myself.
Later, a historian approached him with a plan for a new one.
Never did sculpted thing like that, because that's not what people do nowadays.
He went to work.
That was the first time that I ever attempted to do anything like that, and he didn't complain, the guy, so I must have did an okay job.
The war had ended and he was able to rest, and that's pretty neat.
For all of the 21st century, Wheeler's new work has stood atop the old.
Anybody from West Michigan should be proud of that.
As the inscription from poet John Greenleaf Whittier still reads, "Then lift that manly right hand, bold plowman of the wave. Its branded palm shall prophesy salvation to the slave." In Muskegon, Sam Lanstra, Fox 17 News.